Hello, people!
Wait, there are people here?
Well, no, not yet. But they're on YouTube. So,
What's YouTube?
it's videos on the
Hehe.
internets.
I'm ruining it
Anyways.
already. I'm proud of myself.
Okay, so, yes, first off, we're sorry that it took us so long to get these videos out. We've been distracted by a lot of things.
Yeah, we don't have a good reason.
Yeah, not a terribly good one, other than the fact that we just were never on at the same time and wanted to do this at the same time. Anyways, the point is, now we've finally got some stuff to show you. I showed you way too much stuff. What was the last thing I saw? Was the last one just the Mark 6?
Yep.
Let's start with the Mark 7 then, and just show the progression. Where's Mark 7?
I don't even know which one's which.
Well, we labeled them all. Well, most of them. That one's 10. We'll get back to that. You are not labeled. You're probably just a copy of that one or something. Oh, here we go. Mark 7. Right, what do I have in my notes about this? Alright, so we figured out that you can use, actually, there's a little bit of feedback from your computer. I can hear myself talking.
That doesn't make sense.
Okay. Hopefully that didn't show up in the video too badly. Anyways, so on Mark 7, it uses 3 extra engines to actually, because you can conduct power through the engines, and then when you move the engine, the face that normally moves things also drags along frames with it. So we found we could use frame engines to power something as well as drag it. But frame engines are expensive, so this isn't really practical in SMP. So...
Or SSP. Anything legit, really.
Yes.
Because we're cheapos.
So, this uses 3 extra engines, and it was deemed silly for using that many extra engines. Then we have Mark 8. Where's Mark 8? This one's Mark 8. I think. This is one labeled. Yes, there it is. Why are these always in different places? So this is EG-Drive Mark 8. It uses 2 additional receivers because we couldn't find a good way to wire things up. Not that bad, but it's also kind of complex, and, well, it's not too bad.
And ugly.
Yeah, it's kind of ugly, too. Anyways, moving on to Mark 9. Was it this one? No, it's not that one.
We should probably note that these are not recommended designs by any means.
I think it was this one. This is Mark 9. Yeah, we'll let you know when we actually have recommended functioning designs. This is Mark 9 right here. It's a variation on the Mark 6 with, we were trying to power the engines and try to keep it the same size, but the problem here is that this engine right here falls off, because, yeah, it doesn't have that needs to be a frame. So
Basically, if it gets sent down and then, instead of getting pulling the whole thing down, then you skip that step and start going this direction, the engine gets left behind because it's not attached to a frame.
Yeah. So. And then we came over to the Mark 10. Let's see here. I built this one? Okay. Yeah, it does look like something I would have built. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the same one as the one over there. This was me attempting to completely redesign the vertical engine. And... oh, what was it? Oh yeah, so this one still has the power issues when going downwards that the Mark 6 has. Any of you who are not aware of the power issues of Mark 6, sometimes when you're going up and down, it will run out of power mid-transition and get stuck. So, literally every design after the Mark 6 was just trying to fix that issue. This one, if it goes downwards and runs out of power, it can be fixed if you tell it to go backwards, because then that engine goes back out and will provide power to it through that cable. And
oh yeah, this is the one with the upside down engine, right?
yeah, a single upside down engine, and it can fix itself mid-flight if necessary. But yeah, that was just it's too much to deal with, really, because, I mean, why?
Just to clarify further, this one right here,
Yeah,
that one is upside down and would push out and provide power to this. We don't have the best means of signal transmission here, showing what I'm pointing at.
Grab a piece of wool or something.
I'll use wire. It's better.
Okay. Let's see here. 11. Where's Mark 11? Is that this one? This one isn't even labeled. Oh wait, this is another Mark 9. Okay.
Was 11 the one we lost?
No, we lost 12 for a while, but or wait, 11.
Because we have 12 right here.
No, 11's right here.
Oh.
So okay, here we go. 11. What does it say about 11? Uses an extra receiver somewhere on it. Yeah, right here. And honestly, these ones that I've labeled as too complex really aren't as complex as some of the later ones that you'll be seeing. But we deemed that one too complex as well. And then we moved on to... Although, wait. Was
this one works, it looks like.
Or...
It just needs extra receivers.
Oh yeah, that's right. And when we were looking at this a second ago, we thought it didn't work. Or was that this one? That was Mark 12. Yeah.
We're so prepared for this video, guys, can't you tell?
Well, at least I've got notes. I mean...
Yeah, I didn't know you even had those.
That's because we were losing track of the numbers. So this is Mark 12. Mark 12 doesn't even work. I don't know why we even gave it a name then, because we normally don't name them unless they work.
It might have been one of my sleep-addled designs.
Yeah, because this doesn't wire up correctly and can't go downwards. And when we first found this, or no,
wait, what do you mean it can't go downwards? It can go downwards. It just runs out of power.
No, look, it's not wired up with redstone.
Yeah, it is. This one over here triggers and pushes this one down, and then it goes over to this one.
That one. Josh.
Again, sleep-addled design.
Okay, then how about going upwards?
Upwards, I have no idea.
Yeah, I think we can, like, remove that in order to... Yeah.
I mean...
Let's just get this working real quick. This doesn't take long. There you go. Now it works.
Except it'll totally still run out of power. Congratulations.
Yep.
It's a sock.
So...
Although...
Oh, great, here we go. I'm just gonna move on while you do that.
Oh, but I fixed it. Look. Magic.
Okay. Anyways, it's still kind of complex.
And it's pretty damn
where's
big.
13? No, that's 14. We'll get back to that. Oh, 13 is all the way back over here for some reason. I believe Axo built this when I wasn't on the server, so I have almost no idea how this works. However, I do know that I counted 4 extra engines in its construction.
Yeah, this was not one of my prouder moments.
Yeah. So, it's not very effective. And then on to number 14. I think this was, like, on the very limits of Axo's falling asleep while trying to design frame engines. It looks like it's made out of Tetris pieces.
I'm pretty sure this one actually works.
It does. It does work. I just don't know how.
Neither do I.
Oh, and it doesn't have any solar panels.
It has one solar panel, as you can see over here. Look.
Oh, you're right.
Look and be amazed. It has a solar panel.
Uh-huh. And where's 15? 15's one of the new ones, isn't it? Is that this one? Ah, yes. 15! Axo's design that we made today. So...
Oh, I'm proud of this one. Okay,
Yeah.
so basically the concept behind it is you take the Mk6 and you move half of it up a block.
Yeah, these two engines you can see in there in the center, just you move them up a single block.
Yeah, and then you can use that extra block down there to shove in the upward portion over here, and then on the previous side where both the up and down were, where it is in fact proven impossible to do without using either more frame motors or adding space. Now all we have to do is do down on that, which is easy.
Mm-hmm. And we can actually run this one around a bit, so...
Except it's kind of a pain in the butt to build.
Yeah, so proof that it works. Mind you, I may in fact be running some other creation around on this map. I don't know. We've lost track of how many frequencies we've been using for these. So, yeah. So yeah, that's the one Exo's most proud of right now. I can't really begin to explain how to... Well, kind of explain how to build it, but it's... I'll just get a good look around it here, and you can attempt to build it for yourself if you want, but I'm not going to go into detail with it. So yeah.
Lots of shenanigans involved here, but it is 4x5x5, and it doesn't suffer from the glitch. Yeah. So I've succeeded in my endeavor to keep everything in that same space.
Also, it should be noted that these two blocks here are in fact frames with, these are covers right there to make sure those don't grab onto that. So.
And now we've broken it. Thanks a lot.
Oh, we can put that back later. And now we come to the Mk6 Redux, because I couldn't think of a better name for it. Because really, all it is a Mk6, but with additional add-ons strapped onto it to fix the previous issues. It's one block wider in one direction, but I've noticed for a lot of people that's not much of an issue, because you just kind of strap it on top of something. So, yeah, I'll just... And this one is so simple, I'm going to build it real quick. Yay! So, here we go. As you'll notice, we started with a 4x4 base. You stick those two right there.
Classical.
And if this already looks familiar, then, well, this is about as familiar as it gets. Now, we stick fill in the center there. Put covers here. Give us some extra room to work with motors. Let's see here. And then I believe we tear off the sides of this. So now it looks like that. Okay. And then the part with the extra frames here is going to be your back. Let's see here. Alright, let's go ahead and get the panels on. Go here, here, and here. Any other ones other than that? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, all the ones on top. So that needs to be broken up there. Then these are all for the solar panels that we're going to stick on top. Solar panels are optional, but highly suggested. And that needs to be a battery box. That's how you get power up to the top floor here. Alright. Okay. So that's all the solar panels. I'll start charging that up. Now for the frame motors. Work part. You had to kind of adjust these differently because you can't really put them all in the right position from the get-go. So, too many times.
Yeah, so one alternative for the covers up top is to move them in with frame motors.
Yeah.
Because we are working with frames, folks.
Okay, and then, let's see here. So then this one has to be forward-facing, and it's forward-facing by default. And it's 2. I hit shift, didn't I? Blast. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1. 1, 2. Why does that keep happening? I'm not holding shift anymore. Maybe it's because I was out of range the first time? That's confusing. Okay. And then... Okay, no. Okay, you see all those... You see how that's kind of angled in that direction? That's indicating that's going to go that way. Easy way to tell. Okay, so... Yeah, this is glitching. Okay. There we go. Alright, I finally got that working. That's kind of confusing. I'm sorry.
There's one more over here that's gone wrong.
What? Where? my screen.
Oh, well, it's sideways.
Back. Jeez, that is weird. Okay. Any of the other ones look wrong to you?
Everything else looks proper. This one, over here.
Oh. Okay. But yeah, so apparently there's some issues with this. Okay. There we go. Not all of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Note to self, get these things closer to the ground before doing that. And then I need receivers. Right there, and I forgot some panels. So good job, me. Those are the only two I need, right? I can't even see in here, can I? Oh. Yeah, those are the only two I need. Okay.
Meanwhile, as Gray talks to himself, because I don't completely know how to build his design.
I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to them. Okay, maybe a bit to myself. It's not like they know. Anyways.
Posh. We don't talk to our viewers.
And then... See, we're even minimizing the usage of panels. Look at that. So, yeah. Then
Is this the one where you need one of these?
No, you don't need that there. Or...
You need something there.
Oh, yeah. There. See?
Solved.
Okay. Let's see here. Then we've got some blue alloy. Not there. Ah! Multiplayer, it's glitchy. Okay. And my aim is slightly bad. Slightly. Okay. And those are the required blue alloy. You can put battery boxes there instead, but you have to have something that is blue power conductive in those spots. Additionally, if you want to, these areas are all free for holding additional battery boxes. Let's see here.
Which is handy if you're going to have this thing moving around underground.
Yeah. Why is that not there? That should be there. Anyways.
You know, eventually we are going to have to make a thermopile powered one.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, we'll get back to you guys on that.
Or an ender chest power teleporter. You know, like Dyer used.
Those are gonna be huge, though. Much room for compacting on those. And then there's the classic back engine, and so stick those on it. That, and wait, I'm trying to minimize power usage, aren't I? Let's do that. I didn't even think about this upgrade for the airload design. So, additional improvements. Alright. Yeah.
That's like 2 brass ingots saved.
Okay.
And like 16 sticks.
I didn't even save any frames. I just saved like what is that? An eighth of like a fourth of a stone block or something. Anyways.
Oh. I have bad memory. Bad short-term memory. I can't remember 5 seconds ago. What?
Anyways, and then we put a battery box right there. You could probably come up with something with wiring if you're not using this many solar panels, but have something right there so that when this one comes up, it gets powered by it is necessary right there. And so that is the maximum improvements we can make on the original Mk6 without increasing its size. Or, actual dimensions. Now, in order to fix the remaining issues, we just put this, and this here, and those are required blue conductive things, and there we go. That solves the downwards power. It's that simple. Like, literally, that is the most requested thing we were asked for, and that's all you have to do to fix it. We really should have put this video out, like, months ago. Anyways.
And we could have made this video, like, 30 seconds. But you know what? We feel like expositionizing.
I'll add some links to the front of the video or something like, hey, skip here if you want to just see the simple fixes. Anyways, and then moving on to this improvement, as long as you've increased the dimensions for this thing, why not go... What am I doing? Anyways, why not go a little bit insane with it, and... just stick some more solar panels on up here.
Yay.
And some more room for, battery boxes. So, yeah.
It occurs to me. Come over here for a moment.
What?
Look at what you can just add. And if you stop pushing me, you can do that. And then it doesn't work because I'm dumb.
That's what I say. There's no frame there. What are you doing? So, and let's just fill up all of the battery boxes, just to show you how much power this thing can hold.
Mind you, those battery boxes over there are problematic unless you get a direct line over to the other power. Otherwise, it's just going to leach power out of your frame motors, which is bad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you'd have to make sure this thing fills up before you start using it. Once it's filled up, you're not going to have any issues. But at this point, they're just draining excess power from things, and...
Personally, I would suggest doing something along the lines of this, and sticking that there, and that there, and that there. Then it'll at least provide you with power over from here instead of only sucking it out of your engines.
Yeah, okay.
Alternately, you could use one of those.
And you can see there you go. Excessive amounts of bat boxes. It's a mobile power station. Like, seriously.
We like bat boxes.
Yes, they're useful. Anyways,
there are probably a few other places on here where you could stick them as well, but
yeah, and I mean you could cover that up with panels for whatever reason. Or no, covers with whatever.
Point is, this isn't an optimal design by any means.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn great, but it's not the best.
The nice thing about this one is each individual component of it is very simple compared to other designs. So we can show you this on video, and you can probably remember how to build it. Because it's symmetrical usually. On various
It
parts.
depends on which of our viewers you are.
Yeah. So, yeah, and also I can show this one off working, can't I? Ow. Good job, mate. Okay. And let's see here. Let's move it up. And down. And left. Or no, that's not left, that's back. And this is forward. This is left. And right. And of course, like all of our previous designs, it is absolutely spam-proof, so I can just do this, and aside from when it gets too close to the ground, because bedrock's already right down there. Yep, it's not frying or anything. Can run right into the ground and not even care, in fact. So, in fact, I'm going to do that. But I think it's going to get...
Well, stick covers on the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Or, if you...
Just pull up the grass.
Yep.
Well, no, go down several times.
Okay.
Just keep clicking down.
I've already shown this off, but okay. And
Yeah, it's just like, look at us. We're so collision-proof, bro.
Yep, and it's just spamming downwards. Cannot go any more downwards. And go upwards. Doesn't care. And tell it to go down again. Yep, no problem. It knows what it's doing. So yeah.
And I think that's more or less everything. So, what do you say we make a farewell here?
Farewell.
Farewell, you're all socks.